All right, late night crew. We are here. We got our wine. We're ready to rip a big board. All right, guys. Right into the action tonight. Hope everyone's been having a good March Madness. We got late night draft here for the people. What's up, Randazzler? We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the follow button. Help us out. We'll see if we can fill this bad boy. I don't know if March Madness is a good time or a bad time to stream, but we got ourselves some water, some wine. Bad news. We have misplaced the wine. We will be right back. Absolutely abysmal timing by me. We're back, though. We got our wine. What's going on? Late night people. Best Ball After Dark. Welcome, Michael Horton. Welcome. I'm sure Best Ball After Dark is like copyrighted by someone, so just let me have this. Pretty crazily, I did a video with Davis where I believe I pulled up some player highlights, received a YouTube strike. They're trying to deny my voice, people. So subscribe while you can. Furman. Guys, how are our brackets doing? Who we got winning? I split some brackets with my boy who lives in Colorado because you're not allowed to bet sports legally in Florida. So we won 50-50 on some of the DraftKings $100 $1 million to first bracket. Let me size this for y'all. Or no, this is what I want sized. All right, we pulled the 112, a nice and chill spot. This wasn't an after hours draft. Maybe I'd do 2 or 3 at once. Yo. I don't know what this means. Over by game. Oh, your bracket's over? That's rough. I'm going to see if I have the ability to watch March Madness on this screen while I stream. What I need from you is let me know if my quality gets shitty, and then I'll stop watching March Madness. But between our picks, let's see, what games do we got? What games are we watching, guys? Are we watching Oral Roberts Duke? That's a blowout, right? What about the Longhorns? Also a blowout. Boise State, Northwestern? How's that game looking? Is this game close? Uh-oh, we gotta mute. We gotta mute quickly before we leave the copyright strike from that is it's gonna happen. Northwestern game, that's the one to watch? All right. 25 plus and 0 101s. Yeah, that's the one that sticks out to you. Thank you for the honesty, Dr. Fauci. That's what my name always thinks when I read your name. Farasi. Cut Cutler. Do we think Cut Cutler is a Jay Cutler fan, but he's only a fan of buff Jay Cutler? That's what I think. I think Cut Cutler is into fan fiction and really likes Jay Cutler, which who could blame him? I'm sure most of us have watched The League. I believe Jay Cutler's in there. Chase and Jefferson, I think it's going to take like an injury to one of them to not be the 101, the 102. CMC goes 3. Cooper Kupp at the 104. How are we feeling about Cup, guys? To me, I'm not fading him. I think Stafford plays. I think the Mayfield with the Rams is signs, or I mean, with the Bucks is signs that Stafford is returning. Why else would the Rams let Mayfield leave? Donathan, thank you. 106, checking in. Process, 76. Got to trust the process. Ben Higgy, getting Higgy with it. A little bit of a hot take with CeeDee Lamb at the 107. Don't know if he's trying to get different or what. Yeah, got to be a target hog on Cooper Kupp. He's also like the only one who can go for 400 points. Like if we look up some players here, Kupp had 367 that season. All that is ceiling. Devontae Adams has 285. Woo. Almost 100 more. I literally don't know who the Cougs are. I'm not a college guy. I went to a small school. Did not have college. We're going to start the 1-2 turn with some Jalen Waddle and some Garrett Wilson. And the reason is twofold. One, we get that sweet, sweet division stack where we are free rolling. Not only do we think these players are good, but we are free rolling. We could get Jets, Dolphins, if not week 17, maybe week 16, maybe week 15. Point is, they're playing each other twice. So we know we're getting some stacks, a division stack there. The other thing is like, I really want to be heavy exposure to like Bijan, to Saquon. Jonathan Taylor, I don't feel the same way, but like I still want exposure to him. However, I kind of like right now hitting wide receiver here. And then at like the 3-4 turn, you can get like Pollard, Ramondre. And like Waddle, Wilson, Pollard, Ramondre versus say Bijan, Saquon. And then you're looking at like Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Mike Williams. I'll probably take the Waddle, Wilson, Pollard, Ramondre side, although their ADPs could rise. But not as many clear fades to me in the first round as in years past. What's up, Clayton? Thank you for the well wishes. Well wishes. Jesus. Got to get together here. Let me know what y'all think about the late night streams versus. I usually do a lot of midday ones. Get it done when I'm my brightest. Maybe we need the late night crowd. Some late night love. And I mean, I shouldn't even be calling it late night. If you live on the West Coast, it is 6:30 right now. Me on the East Coast, it's 9:30 over here. Did anyone have Princeton upsetting Arizona? That was the March Madness news of the day. The 15 seed conquers the 2 seed. Some free agency news and notes. Pretty optimistic about the Deontay Hardy signing in Buffalo. Foreman signs with the Bears. Jamal Williams with the Saints. Sanders with the Panthers. Pretty good contract. Randazler, a Furman fan. Furman wasn't that big of an underdog, though, if you look at Vegas. Josh Allen falling all the way to the 2-3. Cutler should rip off Jalen Hurts as well and just go all in. Let's see if Jay Cutler's in the player pool. I'm going to guess no. Jay Cutler. He out there. Why is Jay Cutler in the player pool? I mean, name a player, guys. Let's try if we can find them. Andrew Luck? No. Andrew Luck, no, but Jay Cutler, yes. When did Jay Cutler retire? Jay Cutler retirement. 2017. 6 years. Okay, how about Breeze? Breeze still in there. But Philip Rivers is in there. Yeah. Name a player older than Jay Cutler in the player pool. I mean, Jay Cutler doesn't make sense. Josh McCown, when did he retire? He played recently enough. Jeez, rough picture. 2018. So maybe they just cut it like that. Maybe it's like 2017 was the cutoff year, and we just got lucky. I honestly can't believe that Jay Cutler was in this player pool. I fuck with that heavy though. Pollard getting a little bit of bump with the Zeke release. McCown is a coach now. Hey man, it would not be unprecedented because I believe I read an article a while ago. But but Rodgers and Brady played last year. I don't mean they're older. I meant like they retired older than 2017. So I saw an article about McCown. No, they do remove players. We didn't find Andrew Luck. I don't think we're going to find Calvin Johnson. Keep in mind, like, it's not that old of a site. Yeah, Calvin Johnson ain't out there. So, wrong. Just kidding, Paul. We're on the turn. Ramondre, pretty easy click. And give me Big Mike. There's some other players I like in this range, but Big Mike, the thesis is the same with him. We're looking for a 1,200-yard season. We're looking for 10 to 15 touchdowns. We are thinking that with Eckler gone, with Keenan Allen old, the Chargers wide receiver 1 should be drafted ahead of the Jaguars. You know, Herbert threw for 4,700 yards, so almost 5,000 yards. Pretty light on touchdowns, 25. We're hoping he gets up to 30. 30 passing touchdowns. 10 of those could be Big Mike's pretty easily if he remains healthy. So we have a Ramondre, Williams, Wilson, Waddle start. 2 young stars. We like that we got Ramondre too. Now we have that AFC East stack where we could get Patriots, Dolphins. We could get Patriots, Jets. We could get Jets, Dolphins. We are building division stacks. We're obviously going to add a Bills player. So boom. Now we have literally 8 games to try to land one week 17. To get some week 17 correlation, because you can luck into some week 17 correlation, which I think is important. Or you can make it happen. Najee feels for sure around 20 Deontay Harty season. I'm a believer in him. Deontay Harty, only 5'6". A really great deep threat, though. My only question is who's it negating? Is it hurting Shakir? Is it hurting Gabe Davis? Could definitely hurt Davis. If, like, between the 20s, they're like, hey, it's the Hardy show. It could be it hurts Shakir. I think Hardy plays Ridley may be better player. However, arguably more target competition. You got to deal with Kirk, who's still there, going to get his. You got to deal with ETN, still could take a little bit more pass game work. And you got to deal with Evan Engram, and Zay Jones is not going to disappear. Big Mike is dealing with Keenan Allen, who's slowed. Eckler's out of there. Josh Palmer, not very good. Yeah, they're gonna add players. I just like the archetype of Big Mike in half point PPR. Ridley, obviously, star potential. And I want to be in on the Jags passing game. I really don't know how to think about these rookies this early in the draft season. Round 5, a wide receiver heavy round usually. Usually at the turn, you either get your pick of who is left or you don't get anyone. Trevor Lawrence going with the Josh Allen, not something I recommend at home. Spend two. I mean, Trevor's cost is just kind of egregious, and Trevor should not be drafted ahead of Justin Herbert. And I like that Herbert. Like I got Big Mike, so wheels up. And then this range is hard. I want to be in on Swift. I want to be in on Gibbs. I'm going to take one of them. We're going to take Swift this time. Maybe his ADP falls a little bit more. Or do we take Gibbs? We'll take Gibbs, and we hope that he lands with the Dolphins for a division stack. I don't know. Tough pick on those players, but we got our quarterback. I think it's wrong that Trevor is more expensive than Herbert. Herbert dealing with injured weapons all year. Had a 400-point season the year before. Just ran cold on touchdowns. So I think around 30 to 35 touchdowns is realistic. Hopefully to Big Mike. So I like what we got so far. We got a 1, 2, 3 start. Yeah, here's the thing is I'm not that scared by David Montgomery because I still believe in Swift the talent. I think David Montgomery's good enough that he's going to see work. However, I do feel like the market is going to care. And so why take Swift at the 5-6 turn when he could fall all the way to the 7-8? Like I just want to see, with the news being so fresh, where he settles. So you got Swift at 71. Yeah, that's not like a hit. That's not a huge discount. That is a 1-round discount. And 1 round, you don't care about. What you care about is 2 full rounds. Because when it's a 2 full round discount, that means you can take a 5-6 guy who is not going to drop and pair him with Swift still. So when it's 2+ rounds, you need to start caring, I think, about the ADP change. 1 round is just okay. You're rather than facing whatever Bijan Saquon teams, Waddle Wilson teams, you're facing Chase Metcalf teams, something like that. The market is a fan of Waller. I think Goddard is still egregiously priced high. Like, just does not belong in the same conversation as Hawkinson, as Mark Andrews, as Kittle. I just don't see it. Like, he's a good tight end. He can score a touchdown for you. That will matter in the playoffs. I would take him to stack him with Hurts sometimes, especially when I miss out. What's up, Steph? But I just think he is really overpriced, which by itself is not a deal breaker. Taking overpriced onesie players, especially at tight end, inherently is a low advance rate, high leverage play. But you need that high leverage play to be important those 3-week stretch, or otherwise you're just getting buried in points. But this round is going to be like that. The 6-7 round, some of these names are going to smash. Some of these names are going to suck. Not a range I like to be in many ways. But we're going to take Quentin Johnston and Cortland Sutton. Still think Johnston, even though I was not impressed with him, and unfortunately the market isn't either. Still think he's going to go ahead of Jordan Addison in the draft. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a college guy. And then Cortland Sutton, even in a literally the worst year we could see from Cortland Sutton, I think, all things considered, 830 yards, 2 touchdowns. You get the benefit he could be traded, or the Broncos could just not suck as much with Sean Payton. And I do not hate Cam Akers' price, but I'm going to like every running back. Like, okay, you don't get Cam Akers, big deal. I'll take David Montgomery. I'll take A.J. Dillon. I don't really feel the same at wide receiver where it's like, I didn't take Cortland Sutton. Now I'm taking Juju Smith-Schuster. Now I'm taking Jalen Hyatt. Life comes at you fast in the wide receiver streets. I don't even know what to say to this, my friend. Frowsy, who took Zay Flowers, is saying that Zay is Antonio Brown-esque. Hey, maybe he's right. Guys, I got an announcement. First, subscribe to the channel. Second, I'm going to start doing community streams because I think it will be fun. What it's going to be like, probably start it next week, is I put out a tweet or I put out a poll on YouTube, probably a tweet, and I say, oh, wow, we have the 2402 start. Sorry, guys, my ADHD has to see this start. CMC, Josh Jacobs, Jalen Hurts, Najee Harris, George Kittle, Joe Mixon, Dylan Waller, Kirk Cousins to pair with OBJ. Got to get OBJ as your wide receiver one. Johnny FFB fucks. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Thank you, Left Hand Sketch. A good chess friend of mine from New York City. Friend from many walks of life. Anyways, and a fellow 727 guy. 727, what up? Anyways, so what we're going to do, going to put out a tweet. We're going to ask, who wants to draft with me? We're going to hold. I guess I'll just randomize it. All you got to do, like the tweet, retweet it, subscribe to my YouTube. Then I'll pull the winner. I'll ask that person, does this time work for you? It's going to be the same time every week. So we're not scheduling around you. You need to schedule around me in that time. And if that works for you, we're going to draft together. I, of course, will purchase the draft for us. And you and I will draft together. And it'll be like a call-in hour. And it'll be fun. Like, I'm sure we're going to get some absolutely insane people who want to do crazy things. I'm sure also we're going to get some really cool people who we learn some cool stories from. And I'm here for both of that. I'm here for the insane person who's given a mic, I will have to ban someone if they be crazy on my YouTube, you know? I'm also here for the person who wants to. Wow, Dak is free falling. We're going to take Daniel Jones, though. Feels safe, feels good. We like him. And, tough spot. Of course we split the winnings. No fucking pizza party over here, Steph. You get a free draft. Uh, okay, fine. Brian Robinson, too expensive, I think, but bent my knee. Taking Daniel Jones over Dak Prescott is not something I'm in the habit of. However, you can backstack Daniel Jones. You can't really backstack Dak. So yeah, look out for that on my Twitter. I don't know. I think we'll do it Thursday nights. Definitely nighttime. Gives people a higher chance of being home from work. And we're going to get some motherfuckers out of the woodwork. Like, hey, hopefully we find some crack rocks out there. But we might find some true tin foil hat guys. Or give me like the most robust RB boomer of all time. Who's like, got to get Zeke in the third. And I will power click with him or her. So let me know what you guys think. Are we excited for that? Would you want to come on? I'm sure some people don't want to be on camera. Obviously, you need some form of a mic and camera. You know, that can be AirPods. That can be your computer's mic. Like, it doesn't need to be high quality. We just need to see you. We need to hear you. Damn, Rashad Penny. Forget about him. Would have taken him over Brian Robinson, but great question, Left Hand Sketch. It's going to be on my Twitter, at Cheslium. Noted, Steph. I'll try to rig the contest in your favor. No, I'm kidding. It will be fair. It will be random. We'll pick it on stream. Could this thing go awful? Yes, but I think it'll be fun. Let's ask a poll here. We got 30 of you chilling out late night here. Thank you. Pull up our YouTube. Oh. It's always so rough when they make me listen to ads on my own channel. I do have a lot of people who just like cold DM me, hey, have me on your channel to draft with me. So this allows them to have a chance, you know, rather than just telling these people, no, sorry, I don't know who you are. Has them a chance. So we got a poll out there. Are you going to draft with me? We get like a QB heavy round. Feel like Russ Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Geno Smith, Jared Goff, too expensive. We got 3 votes. Everyone's saying yes. People want to draft on stream. 4. Hey guys, we could draft a $200,000 winner. Are we likely to? No. Not financial advice. Gainwell still sitting heavy, close to Penny in ADP. Feels probably right. I have quite a few Gainwell Penny teams by accident. So not sure if I would handcuff them because there's a lot of Gainwell teams that accidentally handcuff Penny on the cheap. All right, guys. Who is it? Who was the one no on the poll who says they don't want to draft with me? Identify yourself. Just kidding. I think it's bad to spend an 11th or 10th and 11th round pick to handcuff on purpose when someone else spent an 11th and a 17th. So we'll definitely take Knox for our tight end position. And then Josh Palmer is not a guy we draft a lot, but with him, like we definitely like Zay Jones better by himself, but with us taking Herbert, I think it's pretty easy to take Palmer there. pass ADP, not a player I'm heavy on. And, like, that's a good thing to do is, like, players you're not heavy on, take them when you stack their quarterback, who you're probably not taking that many times anyways, you know? Nice cost on Palmer and Knox. Life comes at you fast in the tight end streets. You're looking at this pretty quick. We're probably done at 2 QB with Jones and Herbert. We might add a third, though. I like P-Ride's landing spot with Denver. Sneakily could give you a bunch of weeks. Like, unquestionably in the beginning of the season, and could just be good enough that he forces himself on the field. Gibson is a guy I got a lot of. Obviously don't want to take him when I have Brian Robinson in the 10th. What's up, Ben R? Benner. I think the Miles Sanders situation. Thanks for the question, first of all, Andrew. Andrew asks, what do you think about Miles Sanders' new situation? I think it's pretty interesting. Unquestionably going to get a lot of usage, and it makes me inclined to be in on him. When pick 93, I'm not really sure if his ADP has been falling or rising, but we saw a super run heavy pick 86 in this draft, getting a little rich. Like, it's not the best landing spot in the world, no question, but a team that's going to play defense, has an okay O-line. We saw feed Foreman and Chubbard a lot last year. So I'm still in on him as like a workhorse who probably won't score the most touchdowns in the world. Appreciate you, Ben. Need to get up on Apple Pod for the audio crowd, which Sean saying, wrap it up. He didn't get Lamar or Trey. Let's see. We'll see. We'll say if his draft is good or not. He went AJ Brown and Bijan Robinson, Deebo Samuel. I like the start. Mark Andrews. That's fine. It's tight end. Jackson Smith-Njigba, Brandon Ayuk. 2 wide receivers I like as well. I want to see where Jackson gets drafted, though. Isaiah Pacheco. Not a guy who I think is too expensive, personally. James Cook. Again, kind of a tough click for me. Want to be in on him. However, very low floor. Juju Smith-Schuster. Don't like that pick. Dak Prescott. Why are we taking Dak? You took Dalton Schultz, who I think is not going to be a Cowboy, but if he is a Cowboy, we like it. Then you took Bryce Young. I would have taken some other quarterbacks over Bryce Young there. Came back with Madison, who re-signed with the Vikings. Could be their starter. Yeah, maybe, but Gibson could be definitely more than McKinnon, I think. We're going to take Juwan Johnson. Touchdown machine last year. We like touchdowns. And then I'm going to take the mini discount on Rondale Moore. Was good when he played. Like, I don't really love his archetype of a player for half-point PPR. But as our 7th wide receiver, how bad can it be? And I can find running backs I like in this round too. Gibson's size is what we're looking up. 6'2", 220. Jerick McKinnon size. Confident is smaller than that. 5'9". Listed as 216. 5'9", 216, which is a hefty boy, if true. Kansas City website lists him at 209. That seems more right. He's like an agile guy. Basically, Gibson is a lot bigger than McKinnon. But it's hard. It's like Brian Robinson definitely got a lot of runs, but it was like 25 carries, 0 pass attempts. You're like, great, a 6-point game. Can he catch passes? I don't know. Just like such a plotter, kind of. This one, 225. I think he was like okay in college at catching passes, but I don't know much. Man, NFL players are recruiting McCole Hardman. That is down bad. Down bad behavior right there. Who are your guys' favorite free agent signings? Let me know. And who do you think drafts Bijan Robinson? 2 questions right now. Who do you think is the best free agency signing for fantasy football? And who drafts Bijan Robinson? Chargers draft Bijan? That'd be kind of crazy. I think I can ask these questions here. Who drafts Bijan? How does this Q&A work? Who is it? Why can I only see Donathan? Oh shit, we on the clock. Okay, we need some running backs. We're gonna take the free agent Mike Gesicki, who I could totally be seen as a Charger. And then at running back, not great that he's not been signed yet, but we'll take Singletary. If he's an 800-yard, 6-touchdown guy, that's usable weeks. And then 16th round. I don't understand how the Q&A works on stream. When I do the Q&A, I no longer can see any comments. Why is that? All I can see... Like, can you guys click that question or something? I'm just going to end it. I see these comments, but I don't know if that had to do with me asking about the Q&A. Can anyone shine light? All right, so we got the Dolphins. I put a thread on Twitter today about the Dolphins and the Jets and how the Dolphins roster is sneaky kind of old. Like at least some of their key pieces. Bears, absolutely not. I don't see that in a million years. They sign Foreman. They have Herbert. They draft Bijan at 9. I know. Chargers again. They make sense. I think the Bills make sense somewhat. I think the Chiefs make sense somewhat. The Bills right now got James Cook and no one else. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day, right? And I am Irish, so this is good luck. Okay, that's fair. Zeke is just catching strays. I could see Zeke signed by the Jaguars. Right now they got ETN and no one. Detroit Eagles, Bills, but want the Falcons. Are you a Falcons fan? You should definitely not want Bijan if you're a Falcons fan. That's too expensive. I think like an appropriate pick is like the mid first and after. Keep in mind the contract value really drops off in those later first round picks. And so if you draft Bijan in like a top 10 pick, you got to pay the guy a lot of money, which negates a lot of the value of drafting him at all. Like you draft him in the first round to have that 5th year, but you only do it if you get him from like a mid to late first round pick. Then again, it only takes one GM. So I think he'd be fun on the Lions. I think it's unlikely with them having Montgomery. Eagles would be fun. I don't think that's the best landing spot, even though the O-line is elite. Maybe it is. It's just like, damn, wheels up, Bijan. Bills, the same thing is like James Cook is still there. Josh Allen's going to steal work from in the goal line. The Chiefs are like a better spot than the Bills to me. And I think the Cowboys are super likely. Is it because they play in a dome? What's so fun about the Falcons? The word fun in the Falcons is a rare pairing. Okay, we're done at tight end. We're taking our guy, Deontay Harty, because fuck it. And I guess Hubbard is like the RB2 in Carolina, which is more than I can say for a lot of these guys. Although Jerome Ford's the RB2, so fuck it. We're taking the Cleveland RB. We're getting weird with ADP late in draft. We don't care. It's around 17, 18. Yeah, but we don't know if Pierre Strong is going to be it. Oh, Patriots with Bijan? I totally think the Patriots could do it too. Yeah, like totally like a team that's like mid that dude, how old is Boston Scott? No, I'm not drafting Boston Scott. 27. I don't know. He's just like whatever. But anyways, going back to what I was saying. Teams like the Patriots, teams like Patriots kind of uniquely do this right now. Teams like the Titans, like teams like that who like want to run the ball are great spots for Bijan. Team like the Bills, though, who wants to pass a lot, not so sure that's as good as we think. I mean, we're still taking him in the first round, but I don't know if that's the nut outcome. In some senses, if they're like, yes, Josh Allen is no longer scoring goal line touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, the Falcons actually would be. You're right. It's just like they're not good, but they would run the shit out of the ball. We're closing in on I do not know why Underdog did this, by the way. Like Underdog a lot. Doesn't mean I don't critique things they do. But doing the extra 2 rounds just because it's, and I'm guessing that they do this because it's pre-draft, so we know less. So in theory, maybe you need more players. But just adding the extra 2 often auto-drafted rounds is like adding 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes to my life. Not to mention, if you're the 101, it adds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 minutes, 11 minutes. You do 6 drafts, it adds an hour. Yeah, it starts to crawl. Like, come on, guys. Wait out your drafts. Do not just throw up a queue here. Because that's what happens. People like, they go in here, they go Q, 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 and they leave. And then the poor streamer stuck. Honestly, the 112 is the best for this reason. In that you get the least amount of wait time if you're going to wait out your picks. So we have a 2-5-8-3. Our 3 tight ends are Knox, Juwan Johnson, Mike Gesicki. People don't know Mike Gesicki was on the Best Ball Mania 2 team, winning team, my team. He was on Pat Carane's $2 million team. Mike Gesicki, ultimate Ulu guy. We got 8 wideouts, including some division stacks in Waddle, Wilson, Hardy, Knox, Stevenson. Anyways, our 8 wide receivers are Waddle, Wilson, Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson, Cortland Sutton, Josh Palmer, Rondell Moore, Deontay Hardy. Our 5 RBs are Ramondre, Gibbs, Brian Robinson, Singletary, Jerome Ford. Our 2 QBs are Herbert, Daniel Jones. And I think with these picks, we're going to I'm going to wait to see what we're going to do. Because we don't want King of QC to know what position we're hitting. Okay. I think we're going to double hit RB. We're going to take Evan Hull. I like him. And a lot of names I like in this range here. Like Zamir White, drawn live to be the 2 there. But we're going to take this guy, Deneric Prince, who also tested well. These guys could literally go undrafted or could smash. I've never heard of Deontay Hardy. You had to go deep in the bag for that one. He used to be known as Deontay Harris Saints. He did change his name. Change it to Deontay Hardy. Give him a Google. Could be just a kick returner guy, but hopefully is a deep threat. So I think if you're taking a lot of Davis and Shakir like I was, it makes sense to get some Hardy in case you were wrong to protect yourself. All right, guys, that's what we got for today. Because Anthony asked nicely, we'll take a peek at the 111. He went Eckler, Taylor. Eckler, feels uncertain right now. We'll look at it like this. We don't know who they're going to play for, and it could be way worse. His 3/4. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're gonna look at this. Got Hopkins and Cooper. Major questions with Hopkins, but could be star. It's got Pitts, questions there. Mike Evans, questions there. Watson, questions there. We're not a fan of very questionable start. Sanders, not the best offense, but we like the player. DPJ, like the pick, and it's a stack. Jalen Hyatt, kind of disappointing. Sky Moore could be nothing, could turn into something, I guess. Elijah Mitchell, not so sure about that pick. Got high contingent value. DJ Chark, I like. Kenny Pickett, I don't like. And I don't know why you took him. Maybe a Steelers fan. Gerald Everett, not a great pick, I think. We just don't know. Is he even going to be in the league? Jeff Wilson, I like that pick. Noah Fant is fine. Desmond Ridder, fine as a third quarterback. David Bell, I'm out on him, but it's a stack. And Michael Carter, who I think there's better targets. So not my favorite, but what the hell do I know? Maybe it wins the tournament. If it's not me, I hope it's you. Cooper Kupp? Who's Cooper? Jerry might want Bijan, then let Pollard go possibly. Yeah, I mean, I could totally see the Cowboys. Anyways, guys, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. Help me out here. Yeah, Amari Cooper, I guess. Cooper Rush. Thanks, Jonathan. Hit that subscribe button. Help me out. I'll be back. I will not be back this weekend. I will be back next week. Or I won't be back tomorrow. We're going to name this 316 streamed. This is draft number 27, Lucky 727. Peace out.